Well, hello there, and welcome to episode 43 of the Daily Sales Message, where each and every single day for at least the last 43 days in a row now, we've provided you with a piece of simple, actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and improve your sales performance. If you're new here, my name is James Newell. I teach people how to sell for a living, and I take a two-pronged approach. I have two prongs. The first prong is creating a clear sales message so people understand what you're selling and you're able to articulate it to them in a way that's really easy to understand. The one is having what I call selling confidence. So that's developing natural, relaxed confidence in knowing what to do and how to behave in a selling situation. In today's episode number 43, look, did you see that? It just moved. We're talking about something which I call motion bias. Motion bias. When things move, we notice them. This is why you have animated video screens. We don't necessarily have static billboards anymore. We have video screens where things might move. They're animated. We have animated GIFs or GIFs. That's another conversation, how you pronounce that. And we have a predominantly kind of video-based world of entertainment, YouTube, TikTok, Reels, etc., etc. When things move, they grab our attention. And when it comes to sales and selling, there's a couple of ways we can use this to grab the attention of your buyer. And it particularly revolves around using animated GIFs or GIFs. It's spelled GIF if you've never come across that before. One of the ways that I use this is in my email signature. So my company logo is a black square with white writing in the middle and it says clear sales message. My logo pulsates from clear to fuzzy and back to clear. So it's a hilarious pun on creating clarity, but it catches people's eye, which is important. And when they look in their email inbox and they're looking at all the profile pictures of the people that are emailing them, my profile picture is my logo and it pulsates from clear to blurry. So it helps to catch somebody's eye, particularly if I'm emailing somebody that I've never really spoken to before. It'll catch their eye, and that's the first step really in talking to somebody and engaging them, is just simply getting their attention. And sometimes getting their attention is just a mechanical consideration. If something moves, people notice it. One of the other things that I do, I was going to say I'm famous for it, but that sounds a bit exaggerated there, James. On LinkedIn, when I leave a comment on somebody's post, I will 9 times out of 10, as long as I'm not on my phone, 9 times out of 10, I'll leave an animated GIF or GIF in the comments. Couple of reasons for that, and nobody seems to do this, so I'm going to tell you about it. Hopefully this doesn't mean LinkedIn's going to be flooded with GIFs and I'm going to lose my edge, but if I leave a GIF in a comment, a moving image, first of all it's moving, so it's going to catch your attention. If you're scrolling through the feed and you see a moving image, it's going to catch your attention. You don't really have any choice in the matter, you will see it. Secondly, it takes up more real estate, so if it's just a textual comment on something, the words are there, that's it, it blends in with everything else. Mine is moving, so that catches your eye, but by definition of the size of the GIF, the size of the GIF, I take up more space on the screen, on the page, as it were. So when you're scrolling through, I take up more space and it's moving, it'll catch your eye. And for that reason, when I comment on stuff, I get really good engagement, and when I post, I get good engagement. But also, I'm kind of known for this now. People remember me as kind of the GIF guy, which is great because being remembered, being noticed, being engaged with, this is half the battle when it comes to things like social media in particular. And all I've done is for every comment that I leave, I'll just quickly find a GIF in Google, pop it in there. Usually they're lighthearted and funny, and that's it. But I'm taking advantage of this mechanical notion of your eyes will move to see the things that move in the room. It comes from our caveman brain. We're always scanning our environment for threats, things that are moving, things that don't match our environment. We can't really switch that off. We can't help it. So by appealing to this motion bias, this seeing movement and capturing it as quickly as possible with our attention, I'm able to seize buyer attention or social media user attention and move forward. If you want to see how that works in more detail, check me out on LinkedIn. Go and look at some of the things I'm commenting on and some of my own posts. You will see motion bias in action. You'll also see quite a few hilarious GIFs, I'm sure, but you'll understand and see firsthand what that looks like in the real world. So that's motion bias. So today, consider how could you start using moving things, whether they're animated GIFs or whether it's actually using video as part of your social strategy or communication strategy. How could you bring movement and motion into your communication? Because trust me, it's one of the best, most effective ways to seize the actual mechanical attention of your buyer. Well, that's it for episode number 43 of the Daily Sales Message. Tomorrow in episode number 44, we're looking at certainty words. So back in episode number 41, we talked about the C word, which is of course not the C word you're thinking of. The C word was certainty. And in episode 44 tomorrow, there's a couple of key words that you can use in your communication, in how you speak to people, that will imply and infer certainty and help you with that message. You have to check out tomorrow to learn a little bit more about what those words are and how we use them. Thank you for listening. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that button. And if you haven't already, please consider reviewing us on your podcast platform of choice. It helps us to reach more people, and I'd be very grateful if you would do so. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow for another edition of the Daily Sales Message.